Look, we doing BMF season 2, episode 9, High Treason. So the shit started out with them like racing on the motherfucking highway on the way to Atlanta. Meech and Terry got the matching Corvettes. I mean, separate colors, but matching Corvettes, you feel me? And, you know, you get a flashback 2 days before that and you get the conversation between Terry and Meech, and he basically telling him like, look, this nigga B Mickey gotta go. He like, if it was anybody else, they ass would be in the bottom of the fucking river already. Like, he like, yo, we don't kill family, you feel me? He like, it's only a matter of time before this nigga Brian snatch B Mickey chump ass up and offer him a deal, and he like, it's gonna either be him or us, and what you think he gonna do? So Meech don't say shit, and I'm thinking like, well, Terry ass might have a fucking point, like, so he like, how about we just go to Atlanta, take him there and leave him there? And I'm like, damn, Terry don't have no motherfucking, he a cold motherfucker. And that's why people keep trying to make it about Meech. And I'm just thinking like, Terry is the one you gotta watch, yo. And back to the scene, you know, with them in the cars and shit. And you know, Bryant called Meech phone. He like, which one of y'all idea was it to break in my house? Was it and assault my son? He like, was it yours or was it his? So Meech like, nigga, you got the wrong number. Like, fuck out of here. So, so of course they exchange unpleasantries. He end up hanging up the phone on him, and I'm like, oh, well. So like I said, Meech end up hanging up on Brian, and you know they on their way to Freaknik or whatever. So, like I said, it seemed like they racing or whatever. Anyway, so Terry basically pulls up on the side of Meech, and he just looked at B Mickey in the passenger seat, and he's just like, total disgust, because he want to get rid of this nigga so bad. Like, you got the first scene after that is that man Freak nigga or whatever, you know, they vibing, this, that, and the third. And then one of the PA niggas, Sterling's fucking right hand man, get the fucking grabbing up on the bitch, being hella aggressive, this, that, and the third. So she like, nigga, get the fuck off me. And Meech stepped in like, nigga, you need to calm down. He like, nah. And then some Jamaican dude or whatever run up and get into it with the nigga. And then Meech like telling like Sterling like, look, basically Meech fires the nigga. And he like, well, nigga, you ain't PA, so what the fuck? I don't gotta listen to you anyway. So Sterling stepped in like, well, nigga, I am, and you do gotta go. So Meech straight tell him like, nigga, the second he get pinched for raping a bitch, he gonna be telling on all our asses. So basically he can't, regardless top earn or not, he need to fucking chill. Like, so of course you back at Brian's house, and you know he taking a gun out that fucking little safe and putting it in his big safe. And I say to myself, that's B Mickey, you should have just took the safe. Like, you didn't have to try to crack the bitch. Like, nigga, I would have took whatever was in the safe and everything else. What the fuck? You was so worried about trying to find the gun exactly rather than just take the whole safe. Like, so Brian's son think that the boy from school snatched him. So he like, I'm not going to school, you know. If he can get me, if Marcus can get me in, he can get me anyway. And I'm just like, nigga, are you dumb? You really think that Marcus was the one who did that? You think that boy from your school snuck into your house, put a bag over your head and threw you in the damn closet? No, y'all ain't been beefing that. Just like I said, eventually you end up getting the beef between Lamar and Alvin, and you know, he told him like, oh, Meech and them blackballed me. Well, what the fuck did you think they was gonna do? You thought they was just gonna keep letting shit slide with you? No, sir. No, sir. Forgive him very much. Yes, blackball this nigga. Like, he can't keep doing what he doing and then still collecting taxes and being able to sell. Like, no. So they cut him off. Anybody who want work from Meech and them can't take no work from Lamar. And it's just, I mean, it is what it is. And it's them against Lamar. So they would rather just roll with them because they got them, the PA, the people, they got the branches in Atlanta. They might as well just roll with Meech and Terry. And Lamar is just Lamar. And then he got Alvin. And he straight tell him like, nigga, something is better than nothing, nigga. I ain't got no rent from you. I ain't got no fee for fucking cremating Blackie or nothing. He like, nigga, I ain't paying for nothing. So he like, all right, then, well, let me enjoy my TV show. So tell me why this man throws his fucking TV off the porch. That's why I say he needs to go. They don't need to be staying together. So you got Jen getting introduced to this new detective named 3D, some big round ass dude, and it's his son or whatever. So of course Jen acting weird because, you know, she's had an interaction with the son, and I just think they are really forcing it. Don't give Jen and the son scenes together. What's the point of that shit? So, of course, he probably gonna come in there and sit there and tell her about the abduction. Oh my God. Oh my God. Why is Jen even being, oh my God, she's so railed into the bullshit with Brian. I hate it. 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 So of course Brian roll up as they're talking and he like, what happened to, you know, fighting until you can't fight no more. So he telling him like running from this won't solve your problem. And the thing is, the issue is he can't tell him that he know who fucking did this shit to him. And of course Jen gonna be giving him the side eye because she gonna wanna know. She gonna wanna know. And of course he gonna tell her because they fucking. So he gonna tell her. And like I said, in the next scene, typical shit because here go Lamar showing up to Monique's house and she being super receptive. He got the roses, this, that, and the third. But my whole thing with this is it still part of the plan? Or is you just doing whatever you want to do now, Monique? Like I'm really trying to figure it out. So Lamar comes through and he shows Monique a deposit for a college fund, $30,000 college fund he made for Zoe, and I'm just like, he definitely gonna rescind that money. And he bought an engagement ring. I don't know what this nigga about to you. And I'm trying to tell you, Monique is in for this shit. This nigga Lamar then came through and proposed to her. Big dumbass ring. Right along with a college fund. And she talking about he ain't making it easy. Yeah, it ain't making it easy for you to fucking turn a snake on him. To be a snake, kill his ass. And here's the thing, this bitch is a cokehead, so he pull out the coke and she gets super excited. Like, hopefully, listen, she went up overdosing. So they get to Atlanta, they go to Rolly house. Rolly got a big dumbass house down there. And the first thing she mentioned is the fact that he cut the rat tail. And of course she asks about who the fuck B Mickey is, because she ain't never seen him. She know them two from when they met. So of course he give her a little stack of money, you know, he basically trying to get her, you know, to spread the word. So Rolly tell her she can only fuck with people that she can trust. At the end of the day, she like, I still don't really trust y'all just yet. Like, of course, Terry tell them like, you know, tell Goldie like, look, they just need a one olive branch to help them expand their situation more in Atlanta. She like, oh, cool, it's gonna be a birthday gathering. I'm gonna put you in contact with this realtor, this, that, and the third. You know, she used to dance for me. And B Mickey like, so what, you running like a stripper success group? And I'm just like, first and foremost, nigga, she don't know you, so you need to just pretty much shut the fuck up and just be there. You wanna keep opening your mouth, acting like you know what the fuck is going on when you don't. Just sit there and be quiet. You should be glad you even there. Because as soon as he said it, Terry was just like, what the fuck? So she ends up schooling him, basically telling him, like, when I first meet these girls, the only thing they think they got is what's between their legs, and I let them know that they have more by what's on their shoulders. And I said, okay, Goldie, I like her. Jen started questioning Brian about the whole shit. And I already knew, like, she been nosy about everything all season. How was this gonna be any different? Seriously. And then once she find out that wasn't nothing taken, she gonna start piecing it together herself, because she gonna be like, well, it was very personal, like, but now she trying to inflict, like, let's roll up on this kid. And I'm just like, there's no kid involved with this. And of course, Brian is trying to deflect. And I'm like, that's all he can do, because he know the whole thing is a crap of bullshit. From looking suspicious as shit, so she catching on to all of that. He asked about the K9 case, and she like, nah, but I'll check into it while you go ahead and check into this other shit. All right, so like, all right, as the scene goes on with Goldie, you know, Meech like, all right, you know, can I use the bathroom or whatever? So he starts making his way to the bathroom. And in one of the rooms, it looks like Goldie's taking care of a patient or whatever. And the patient, like, they fell out the bed and, you know, they screaming for help. And Meech see the shit, and I think it spook him. It spooks the shit out of him. So he ends up, like, running off. And then Goldie end up running in the room and closing the door and basically having a whole interaction with the lady. I think that the lady might be suffering from AIDS, because she like, you know, the doctor's gonna find a cure, this, that, and the third. And she, you know, the sister saying to her, like, she kept calling her sissy, so I don't know if that means that was her actual sister or that's just her name. She was like, I'm just tired of feeling like I'm withering away. I was about to jump out this window. Not jump out the window. I don't know about jumping out the window, though. So And the next thing you got Terry and Meech running up to Ty's house. And here's the thing. If you remember Ty's first house, it was like, damn, this is lavish, okay? This nigga new house, motherfucking dual level, fucking penthouse, big dumbass view. So they come in and, you know, they come in with the repay because you gotta remember he fronted them when they had the drought. So they pay him back for that. And they also told him, like, look, we trying to make a staple here in Atlanta. And he like, I don't really need niggas stepping on my toes, this, that, and the third. And they like, look, it's all love. Like, you know, we not about to try getting your way or nothing, but we know we need the connections here to the people. So, I mean, eventually Ty end up conceding to it. And I'm just like, damn, Ty, that didn't take much. You went from not wanting to have niggas step on your toes to just letting a nigga step on your feet. Like, I don't know. Like, what? So, of course, here come Carisha, because you know Carisha on this episode. So, Deanna, or whatever the fuck her name is. That first little piece of acting she did wasn't too bad. I heard y'all like family. So that means y'all staying for dinner, right? Really? Listen, one thing she gotta say about Diddy is he opened some doors for her, though. Like, she doing just about any and everything now. She's a podcaster, actor. She ain't really done no music in a while, but she's a fucking fashion person, fashionista. She's doing a whole bunch of shit. Like, so yeah. So Diddy done opened them doors for her, so. Now, what they fucked with me was them, Terry not letting it go about B. Mickey, you feel me? Because he basically ended up telling Ty, like, yeah, on top of that, I need an exterminator too, because we got to take care of a situation. And I'm just like, Terry. And then you can look at Meech and tell that Meech is not completely on board with what Terry is talking about. So at the end of the day, it's like, Terry, just relax. So, and then, of course, Meech has to follow up with Terry because he like, yeah, just make sure, you know, you don't leave no mess, this, that, and the third. I'm like, so now you okay with him killing B. Mickey? Like, you're going to have to intercept that whole thing. Something's going to have to happen that's going to have to keep this thing from actually happening. Because, Terry, relax. Relax. Like, I could see if he gave him anything, but he literally gave these niggas the runaround. Now, I'm not about to say he in the right, because he not. But what I'm going to say is, he ain't give up shit, because if he did, y'all would be booked already. They don't have shit on you. This nigga don't have nothing on you but history. That's it. And he can't take too much about that because he used to take kickbacks. So how the fuck can he say anything? Hello. So after the meetup with Ty and them, you got Pastor Swift showing up to the Flannery house, and here go Lucille running down the steps talking about, I got it. And she looking all cute and shit. I'm like, where the fuck she going? And Pastor Swift shows up to the front door. He is suited and booted. So she like, yeah, I'm going, me and Pastor Swift going out to dinner, you feel me? And Charles like, when you coming home? She like, I ain't got no curfew, I'm grown. So they leave. Nikki straight asked the father, like, if y'all get divorced, who I'm living with? And she like, and he like, whoa, ain't nobody even talking about all that, you feel me? And we get to the dinner, and, you know, she trying to get regular counsel from this nigga, and he basically pressing her on some whole other shit. My man reached under the table, put his hand on her thigh, and she rejects him. And I think that pissed him off for real, because initially he probably was gonna pay for the dinner, but soon after that happened, the waiter showed up. He like, oh no, baby, you can split that bitch right down the middle. And Lucille was looking down. I said, yeah, you should have let him at least rub on you. You'd at least got a free meal. You ain't had to fuck him. I promise you wouldn't have to fuck him. But you could have definitely let him rub on that thigh, and he would have got a free meal, you know? So, now, in the next scene, you got Jen and Brian. And my thing is, they're forcing it. So, Jen trying to figure out more about the break-in with Kevin. So, she asks him, like, what happened with the bully? And Brian like, well, I took care of business. And she like, yeah, like you always do. Mind you, she got her hair down. She got this flimsy ass skirt on. Got a little shirt all tied up. I mean, she look cute for her age or whatever. So she ended up jumping on him, straddling him and shit. And I'm just like, why do they keep showing them two doing it? So you get back to Monique and Lamar hitting this blow, and shit is going all good. Listen, now, Monique, you almost had it. You almost had it. Like, they was coking up, and, you know, she pulls out some motherfucking crack. And he like, bitch, I don't fuck with no crack. She like, you don't fuck no more, period. And this shit gonna make your dick hard as a bitch. This, that, and the third. So he ain't dumb. He ain't dumb. So he about to hit it, because here's the thing. She pushed too hard. She pushed too hard. Like, bitch, if anything, you should have chopped that shit up. If it was poisoned, if it was laced, you should have just chopped that shit up and put it in one of his lines of coke. That's what you should have did. You shouldn't even try to get him to do no crack. Like, bitch, he don't do crack. He said he don't. So she sets him up with the pipe, and you know, he like, where my manners, you feel me? Like, ladies first or whatever. So she seems very much hesitant to take the shit, and that lets him know that shit ain't sweet. So he lights it for her. She hits it. This bitch go dumb. Like, she hit the big cough. She starts sweating out of nowhere. He like, oh yeah. So him and this bitch get into a legit fight. Cause he like, bitch, you trying to play me? He like, so what's the hold up? He like, go ahead, hit the shit, right? So, like I said, she hit it, bitch end up high as shit. He connects the dots right then and there. He like, Meech put you up to this shit, didn't he? But the whole time, he basically kind of like got her by like the neck, right? So they tussling around the house, and I'm thinking to myself, damn, Mo, you almost had him. You almost had him, but you pressed it too fucking much. Like, you pressed it too fucking much, like. So like I said, they get into a whole tussle. He got her pressed up against the wall. Like, she end up getting a couple licks in. You know what I mean? She could have had a chance, but he would not let go of her neck. And you know, he just kept saying like, I knew I couldn't trust you. This, that, and the third. Craziest part was when she cracked him over the head with Blackie's ashes. I said, oh my God. I said, he definitely deserved that. For bringing that dead ass dog ashes up in that lady house in the first place. So he's strangling her. Got her finally got her down on the ground. He like, this. He like, you and that nigga Meech betrayed me. He said like, what was you thinking? Like, you wasn't thinking about family. You wasn't thinking about Zoe. Nigga, Zoe ain't your fucking daughter. Trust me, the bitch wouldn't be willing to do all of that if that was your fucking daughter. So he's still strangling her, and he probably don't even think that the bitch is dying, and Monique ends up fucking dying. He strangles Monique to death with his bare hands. And I've said in plenty of my reviews that if he even found out about the baby, he would strangle her to death. But now, he strangled her to death all because she just can't get right. If you wasn't gonna shoot him in the bathroom that day, you definitely wasn't about to lace his fucking drugs. You get too nervous, you do too much. I said, Jen doing sleepovers now, and of course she take this as her opportunity to get to snooping around Brian's place, and I'm just like, bitch, he gonna kill your ass. Either he gonna kill you, or he gonna tell you what you wanna know. One way or another, shit not gonna go well. Cause ain't no way that nigga gonna be okay with her snooping around his motherfucking place. Like, she gets in the closet, she ends up finding B. Mickey's, well, not even necessarily B. Mickey's bracelet from the facility, but maybe it's Bryant's from when he transferred her. So she ends up snatching up the motherfucking wristband, and by then Bryant ended up waking up, and she like, oh no, I was just looking for a cover, you know, I was a little cold. So he like, yeah, come on back over here, baby, I'll heat you up. Please shut the fuck up, Bryant. Please. We do not care about either one of y'all. Y'all nasty, and I just don't get it. Like, why are they forcing this? And then clearly it's like Bryant really like her ass. So back at Ty condo, I mean, you got Ty, the kids, they waking Terry and Meech up. They like, look, check out Ty, niggas. It's time for y'all niggas to go. Meech and them start joking Ty about his chain or whatever. And he like, look, my son made me this chain. I'm not about to sit up here and crush his spirits by telling him it's fake and that I ain't going to wear it. So he rocks it, you feel me? Meech trying to get everybody to go to Magic City. So he like, Ty, you need to come to Magic City with us on our last night. Whoopity whoopity whoop. Here go Danita or Young Miami. She come through talking about Meech, you a bad influence. I mean, listen, they gave her the bare minimum lines. They made sure she couldn't fuck up too much, okay? They like, look, they were 3 lines for you. Say those with your heart. So she told me she a bad influence, and he like, look, I swear to God, I'll bring him home before the sun come up. This, that, and third. She like, you better. So Of course, in the next scene, what's his name? Don't have no friends, Lamar, so he ain't had no choice but to call Alvin. So he calls Alvin. Alvin like, what the fuck you bring me up in here for? He come around the corner. He like, what the fuck is all of that shit on you? And of course, because when he cracked Blackie over his head, he got Blackie ashes all over him. And Alvin come in and he like, well, who the fuck is that? And he like, well, that's Monique, you know. He tell Alvin like, yeah, Meech made her turn against me, so I had to do it. He like, what? You done killed the bitch? He said you was so hell bent on revenge, you killed the only bitch that loved you. He like, she ain't no bitch. He said, well, she's a dead bitch now. And I said, well, Alvin got a point. She definitely is a dead bitch. So of course, while they in there scrambling, trying to figure out what they want to do, the phone rang. And I'm thinking to myself, sir, don't answer the phone because you don't even know who it could be. First of all, it could have been Meech, and that would have been fucking crazy. But of course, he answered the phone, and it's Zoe. And she know that they don't fuck with each other like that, so she trying to figure out why he answering the phone and where her mother is. So of course, he tell her she in the shower, and she ain't buying it. She sounds suspicious as fuck. She sound like he sounds suspicious as fuck. She looking, and I wouldn't be surprised if she turned around and called Meech and had Meech go check on her, like. Because, bro. So now you about to get what you about to do? Get Alvin to burn up Monique body too, like he did Blackie. And like I said, Alvin needs to get away from this nigga before he be completely caught up in all his bullshit. Like, so in the next scene, Jen doing a little bit more research into this wristband, so she ends up calling the facility, and she comes to find out that Bryant was the one who executed the transfer between the two facilities for B. Mickey father. So of course she looking at him a little different, and he rolls up on her, and he like, you was gone when I woke up. I'm like, nigga, what y'all was about to have breakfast? Like, she like Shane want to walk into the office together and look crazy. I'm like, she got a point, but y'all are both grown. I mean, y'all could just tell HR that y'all fucking around and then it would be okay. She ends up telling him that she found B. Mickey hospital bracelet in his house, throwing all her facts out on the table. And I'm just like, Jen, what are you trying to accomplish? Seriously, what are you trying to accomplish, right? Like, so Bryant ends up telling her basically exactly what happened. She, for some odd reason, she ain't buying it. But I'm like, he literally told you the truth. So how aren't you buying it? And I'm just like, he told you exactly what happened, even down to the point where he broke into the house and threw the son in the closet, and you still don't believe him? Like, why would he make that whole story up? Like, I understand Brian is devious and all of that, but I don't think he would play them type of games about his kids. So, Jen, get it together. And here's the thing, he's so hell-bent on fucking loving on her that he telling her, like, I won't tell you another lie after this, and I'm just like, first of all, Jen, why is you keeping track? Talking about this strike too. What do you fucking do? Like, this fucking Brian, bitch. Like, is you serious? He gonna get all them strikes, and you probably either gonna still like him or not. So she say like, look, I'm gonna keep this between us for now. And I'm like, yeah, I bet. Because Jen, you done already dug yourself deep in there, baby, with him, and now you're looking stupid. How you about to carry yourself? Right. So Meech and Terry and them back down there, a freak nigga, whatever, and you know, they having fun, because I mean, that's what they there for. They there to try to have fun, expand the business, and you know, meet new connects, because not new connects, but meet new soldiers, basically, is in the long run. That's what's gonna end up happening. Everybody gonna end up being a soldier for them. Him and B. Mickey end up stepping to this dude with a motherfucking slick back or whatever, and telling him like, you know, come meet us up Magic City, this and the third. We're gonna talk about business. The thing about B. Mickey in this scene is, I don't blame B. Mickey, but B. Mickey is on edge. He don't trust nothing that nobody got going on. Like, he don't trust Terry, he don't trust me, he don't trust none of them, but he's there. He on that trip though. And that's a good way to be, considering that niggas is willing to put a hit out on you. I would definitely be like, on high fucking alert. Like, it ain't no fucking way. Like, you got Nicole basically cooking dinner for Lucille. And the thing about Lucille right now is Lucille is in a traumatized trance. Okay, she don't know how her whole fucking family just fell apart like that. She said all the men in her family don't do shit to her but lie. Meech, Terry, Charles. So in the midst of that, tell me why the fuck Mabel comes over to bring the skillet back, bitch. Truth be told, with everything Mabel and Charles had going on, you should have kept that skillet and act like you forgot that. And it was crazy because, you know, she bringing the skillet she tries to leave. And I give Mabel that because she tried to get the fuck out of there before it got too strange. And Lucille kind of pressed the issue, you know, about like her staying, and they get to talking, and Lucille having a breakdown, and you know, Mabel like, oh, I think I got some tissues in my purse, you feel me? Let me grab some. And the first thing she do is take the matchbook out of her purse that say Easy Rest Motel. I'm like, so both y'all just keeping stuff? What is these trophies y'all keeping from the fucking affair? Like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Like, how did y'all not think y'all was gonna get caught? Like, y'all are being fucking retarded. So the second she sit it down, Lucille get hit. And then she grabbed the pan and she said, I always wonder what I would do to the bitch that ruined my family. I said, oh boy. I said, now Lucille, we about to see where Terry and Meech really get that shit from, because she was about to bust her in the fucking head with that pan. And then she didn't. She definitely gave her yoked up in the face a few times. And I said, oh, Mabel must be a bitch, because Mabel like that lady, but see, Mabel also must know she wrong. And ain't no sense in fighting back for something that you know you did ass wrong for. I said she ends up yoking Mabel up a few times, and she ends up forcing Mabel out the house. And Mabel is super apologetic, but it's like, Mabel, you knew. So after she put her out, you know, Charles come running down because Lucille start beating on his guitar, like, because she can't believe that he would even sleep with her neighbor, let alone one of her friends. So she's losing her shit. This one, she told her she was going to beat her ass all up and down the street. That's crazy. So Charles come down and Nicole come down, and, you know, Charles like, I don't love her, I love you. Sir, nobody ever thought you loved the bitch. Nobody ever thought you loved the bitch, so calm down, like. So she like, look, any shred of love I have for your ass is gone. I said, damn, Charles. You're donezo, brother. You're donezo. And then Nicole basically tells Charles, like, get the fuck out. Like, you've done enough. You pissed off my mother long enough, and this shit is just going left, and you not making none of this better. Like, especially to fuck with her homegirl. And I'm like, yeah, Nicole, grow up. Grow up, Nicole. So in the next scene, you got Terry in the car talking to a fucking hitman, because like I said, he set this whole thing in play to get B Mickey while he was in Atlanta, so that his body don't even fall in Detroit. They figure if his body falls somewhere completely different, it probably won't even make it to Detroit, you feel me? So Terry shows the hitman, like, you know, Meech and B Mickey, and he like, oh, that's your rap problem? He like, oh yeah, I can handle that. So he gives him the MCM full of bread. Yo hops out the car. Now, in the next scene, Brian and them is at the headquarters, and they look like he must be fussing with his ex-wife or whatever about getting Kevin some therapy or whatever the case may be. I mean, he probably won't need it at this point, between the bullying and then B Mickey coming in there and kidnapping him and shit. He probably do need to get him some therapy. Now, so while they in there having that conversation, it's him, Jen, and then another detective come in, and he tell them that they done got a fingerprint off of a package that they found that connects them to one of Meech's right-hand mans. And I'm thinking to myself, what's the likelihood of him slipping up like that? So I would rather believe that Lamar set that whole thing in place just to kind of like, than actually assume that he actually got his fingerprints on some shit. Like, he don't even fucking, I don't know, we're going to have to wait and see. So we at Magic City, everybody walk in, you got your PA niggas, you got your BMF niggas. B Mickey told Meech, like, look, boy, I don't feel comfortable about being here without my piece. And he like, what? What you need your piece for? He like, nigga, ain't nothing but pussy and bitches in here. And I'm like, yeah. But again, is you strapped? Is Terry strapped? Is these PA niggas strapped? Why the fuck am I the only one that's strapped? And that would have got me hit right then and there. So him and B Mickey go to the bar, and they meet these two girls. He trying to put B Mickey on with the one girl with the bob and shit, but she hella big, you know, she on Meech. You feel me? So they end up sliding off. He give her a stack of money, and he like, shit, I'm sure this will cover your tuition or whatever. They give her a stack of money. They slide off. B Mickey standing there looking nervous as shit, because like I said, he can see Terry. He can see Terry watching him, and it's just like, Terry, give it a fucking break, bro. Because if it was you that got jammed up, but he did have a point. Like, if Brian ever snatched B Mickey up again, and he put a flex on him, he's gonna pick between himself or them. So Terry, right? But I don't know. Whatever. So, of course, you got the infamous sex scene with Meech and the stripper, and I'm just like, the only thing that made that sex scene worth anything was the black, like, and like the glitter. Like, that made it dope. It gave you like a P-Valley vibe. Like, that's the only thing about that sex scene that was worth anything. Like, so she, of course, I guess this is when he got done Big Meech, because, you know, of course they had a whole penis shot, woody woody woo, and that shit was all on Twitter going nuts. So you got that. So she got, I'm gonna call you Big Meech from now on. I'm like, okay, bitch, just take the tuition money and go, for real. So like I said, you leave that scene, and I'm telling you, one thing about Big Mickey is he's hip to shit. Everybody having a good time because they thinking that it's a good night. Like, it's about to be a good night. Like, they not thinking like shit about to go left or one of their right-hand mans is about to go down. Like, so Meech come out the room with the bitch and he meet up with Goldie and Stephanie. Stephanie is the realtor that Goldie said that she was gonna connect with Meech, you know, to help them expand. So of course they sit down. Terry is already there. Like I said, Terry the mastermind. Of course he's already at the meeting early, devising his plan. So, and here's my thing about Stephanie. Stephanie's sitting there supposed to be selling properties, but she's trying to sell some pussy to Meech. That's what it looked like. She's damn near lean in the Meech fucking face, like this. Like, all right, Stephanie, you a realtor? Well, what you doing? So after everybody dispersed, Meech and Goldie have a conversation about what he saw at the house, and like, just like I predicted, she's a caretaker for her sister who happens to have AIDS. So he like, damn, that's a lot to deal with. And, you know, he like, you don't got help? And she like, I got help, but at the end of the day, that's my sister. So I'm going to take care of her. She my responsibility. I say, Goldie, that's facts. That's facts. And I think that right there, just the whole family dynamic be seeping into Meech's head, because that's all he think. Like, the whole part, like, family is part of their name. Family is part of their name. So he genuinely looking at this whole shit with B. Mickey in different eyes than Terry is. Like, so of course, while they in the club, Magic City, you see the dude that they got into it with at Freaknik in the beginning of the episode. He peeps them and he like, oh yeah, what the fuck he doing up in here? So somebody tell him like, yeah, they trying, you know, they trying to set up shop. He like, yeah, I see about that. So as they all, like, I guess the let out or whatever, and you got B. Mickey by himself, and then you see the dude that Terry hired. He like straight cut out in the street. It, mind you, there's nobody out there, but it's just like I don't know, I can't really explain it, but like he cuts out the corner, B. Mickey all the way at the other end of the block, but he by himself, right? So as soon as B. Mickey see him, B. Mickey get a little suspicious or whatever, and just like he suspected, old boy pull out, start letting off. But here's the thing, you got two different situations going on. You got the nigga with the dreads beefing with them, letting off shots, him and his mans, and then you got the hitter that Terry hired. So it's a whole fucking shootout over Terry's fucking plan gone wrong, and then the way Meech disrespected that nigga at Freaknik. So truth be told, this could very well be fucking Meech's fault and Terry's fault. So of course, Meech, Terry, and B. Mickey make it out of the shootout. And, you know, the first thing Meech say is, where Ty Washington? And he like, oh shit. So eventually Terry end up seeing him, and he's laid on the ground, like bleeding out. And the thing is, Meech is trying to save him. He like, we need to get some help. But Terry telling him like, yo, we gotta get the fuck out of here. You feel me? Like, it ain't nothing we can do for him but get caught. You feel me? So eventually he goes back to Ty's condo. And, you know, I don't know how he got in, because as soon as he got to the floor, Carisha basically say to him, like, what, you forgot the floor code? First one was some horrible ass acting right here. She said, what, you forgot the floor code? And Meech standing there with his chain, and she could just tell. She could just tell shit went left. And he's telling her, like, look, it was a shoot outside the club, and he ain't make it. So she get the fake crying, boo-hooing. Then she smack shit out Meech, and she like, whoever did this need to pay. So I'm sure this won't be the last we see of her, even though it's only one more episode left. I'm sure in the next episode, she gonna be talking her shit. And it's so crazy because people was really giving her hard shit about her fucking acting, like Carisha. I get it. Take every opportunity presented to you, baby. But if you're not an actor, you need to at least get an acting coach. At least get an acting coach. That's all I can say about that. Like, if you're not an actress, just get an acting coach. Now, best shot scene of the episode, them on the helipad. So, you know, Terry and them talking, Terry and B. Mickey talking, and he like, yeah, you know, I thought this was us starting over, you know. So Terry basically starts trying to gaslight B. Mickey, this, that, and the third. He's like, is that why the fuck you tried to set me up? So he pull a gun on Terry, and I'm like, oh boy. I mean, truth be told, this could have been the end of Terry right there, because Terry did try some sneaky ass shit, like, and B. Mickey, if he would have pulled the gun fast enough, he probably could have got him. But of course, now what was crazy about B. Mickey is in the moment B. Mickey got mad, and he like, boy, fuck you and your lame ass brother. So of course, as soon as he say that, hey, you see a gun go to his head, and I'm like, well, I don't know what you thought. Like, so Terry is like telling him to kill this nigga, and B. Mickey telling him like, nigga, everything I did for you, he's like, and I would still die for you. He said, nigga, I catch bodies for you. I killed my baby mother for you. I did this, that, and the third for you. He like, and I still would take a body for you. So Terry just wanted him to kill him. Terry like, nigga, do it. And eventually Meech just ended up having a breakdown, because he like, no, I can't fucking do it. He like, I can't fucking do it because that's my family. Like, we started this shit together. This my brother. I'm not losing no more brothers. Like, I'm like, damn, I mean, when it all came down to it, B. Mickey wasn't one of the reasons why they got jammed up. So in real life. So what Meech say what we need to do is we need to go after the motherfucker that's basically trying to come after our family in the first place. So, of course, now their plan is to go at Brian. And I'm just saying, like, bro, he's a whole fucking cop. Like, y'all better have an airtight plan. Airtight. So, in the midst of all of that, Markeisha called Terry's phone, and she tell Terry, like, oh, the boys, Brian and them snatched up. Boom. Now, they thinking to themselves, good. Like, me say good. Fuck, boom. He like, no, not good. He like, Brian got pictures of me and Markeisha fucking. So he like, at the end of the day, if you do that, Boom's gonna lose his shit, right? So of course you cut to the next scene. And you see Jen and Brian, they like, yeah, the pictures worked, you know. Boom, sang like a bird. Said that Meech and them stole the Columbia Connect. I'm like, shit. And that's what I'm saying. Their fucking shit, all the shit that's getting them jammed up ain't even coming from the internal. But they spent so much fucking time worrying about what was going on internal. And B. Mickey, that they forgot they fucking enemies. You forgot the motherfuckers that you was double crossing. Now you better hope now, that here's the thing, now that Boom didn't fucking talk to the boys, he probably gonna get out and Markeisha's done. Bro, you better hope that you better go save her. Because she's done. Because when Boom get out, he's going to kill that bitch. And look, pretty much, I mean, that was the episode. Them finding out about everything far as like, I mean, finally Brian and Jen took a win, because I mean, they've been losing all season. So I guess you end the episode on a win. Look, y'all, that was BMF Season 2, Episode 9, High Treason. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all next week for the finale.